How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another FPL GW4 video. Gameweek 4 is approaching and it's going to be a belter, with Ronaldo added to the Premier League and FPL. Should I wildcard? Should I hold off? We'll be chatting about that and more in today's team selection video, so let's get straight into it. I'd like to go over this part as quickly as possible, which is my team review from Gameweek 3, and it was a horror show. On the bench, a solid 2 points in total, and I was quite happy that Leeds conceded a goal as Luke Ayling was a starter in quite a lot of teams around my rank. Ben White was lucky to not play against Man City, as he would have finished on negative points. Ben Foster and Scarlett with their expected 0 points for not playing as well. In goal and defense, there isn't much to talk about really, besides Trent receiving 2 bonus points, although not keeping a clean sheet, just like Luke Shaw did previously, and Luke Shaw with his first actual return this season by keeping a clean sheet away at Wolves. If you've watched my Game Week 3 team selection video, you'd know that my transfer in this game week was Livramento, and he was quite unlucky to not get an assist this game week. What could have been, bro? What could have been? In midfield, the King delivered again, as well as Mason Greenwood, who's just been so consistent at the moment. I was quite disappointed with Jota, since he played a bit over one full half of the game after Firmino was subbed off with an injury. Benrahma was basically jinxed, because every single person brought him in this game week. And the big one, which was a captain blank by going Bruno over Antonio, and it killed my rank. Up top, Antonio is just on another level at the moment, hitting double figures for all 3 game weeks thus far, and Danny Ings, who had just 1 assist, and he delivered attacking returns in all 3 game weeks as well. Not as big as I'd like, but consistent nonetheless. At 53 points, I had a huge red arrow of about 400%, down from 22k. On the positive side, I'm just 19 away from the top 10k, and it's still really early in the season. We should see more stable ranks around Game Week 10. Game Week 4 is the time to bounce back and get a massive green arrow again. And with that being said, let's get into my thoughts for the upcoming game week. With Ronaldo in the game, Lukaku and Chelsea looking quite good, the big question which is in everyone's mind is, should I wildcard or not? For me, whether or not you wildcard comes down to a set of scenarios. If you've made some bad calls at the start of the season and need to fix them, or your squad has a few injuries and more rotation risk than you've expected, or maybe there's just no other way to get Lukaku or Ronaldo in due to the spread of money in your squad, then yes, I'd say wildcard. And if you're certain that you're going to wildcard, do it right now. A wildcard in the international break is the best time to gain as much team value as possible. Get rid of the players that are likely to drop in price, and bring in players that are likely to increase in price at least twice before the deadline, in order to cash in on that profit, and then only do you truly get in the players that you want, closer to the actual deadline. Just some useful information regarding prices and how they fall or rise. If you've had Bruno or Danny Ings from the start of the season, their price drop last night won't affect your selling price on them, as they've only increased by 0.1 million. If they're due to fall again in price, then I'd seriously consider making a transfer before they do. And with regards to Ronaldo, any new player added to the game cannot increase or decrease in price within the first 7 days, so we've still got a little time to tinker. The other set of scenarios on whether you should wildcard or not comes down to whether your squad is still in quite a good shape, or you can get a premium striker with 1 or 2 free transfers, or at the very maximum of -4, you're able to get in the likes of Ronaldo or Lukaku. Then I'd say don't wildcard. It's quite easy to get influenced by everyone using the chip or feeling a bit of FOMO. Remember, everyone has a different team, a different rank, a different set of situations, and a different way of playing FPL. Do what's best for your team. Go with logic and go with your gut. What's best for my team? Well, I fall on the right hand side of these scenarios, and I won't be wildcarding. I have 2 free transfers, and at the moment, I'm on Team RonaldNO. Not because I don't think he'll score against Newcastle, but it's because I really want Lukaku against Aston Villa without Emi Martinez. Emi Martinez and Buendia will be missing from the Villa team in Gameweek 4, and that screams a Lukaku hat-trick for me. Initially, I had slight doubt over Ronaldo starting against Newcastle due to playing 3 games for Portugal, but after his suspension last night, he's been released from the Portugal team and will be heading back to Manchester early, which will give him more than enough time to train with the Man United squad and will likely start. I'm still quite tempted by Ronaldo if I'm honest, but at this very moment, I want Lukaku more for Gameweek 4. Since I can't go straight from Bruno to Lukaku due to the different positions, I need to use both my free transfers, which will see Danny Ings also leaving my team with a tough run of fixtures ahead, and Ferran Torres possibly joining the team as well. These transfers will leave enough money in the bank to move Lukaku to Ronaldo in Gameweek 5, as long as there isn't any other issues in the team before that happens. With those being my likely transfers for Gameweek 4, this is how the team will line up. The first thing that I see is the money in the bank, and every time I have more than $1 million in the bank, I literally feel like
I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich.
Anyway, back onto the team for Gameweek 4. The bench speaks for itself. I don't expect returns, to be honest. My starting 11 though, I can see an 80-pointer here and able to compete with all the wildcarders around my rank. Quite a few people are selling Trent and Salah ahead of great fixtures to fit in Lukaku and Ronaldo, which is great news for me and those of you who aren't on a wildcard for when Mo and Trent do indeed score big. Captaincy, although Mo could bang, it just has to go on Lukaku for me against a Martinez-less Aston Villa. There is still 9 days until the Gameweek 4 deadline. Don't make any rash decisions. With international games on, there's every chance that one of your players or transfer targets could pick up an injury or contract COVID. Good luck, and remember to FPL responsibly.